Welcome to RAO'S system of Nadi Astrology. We are making a series based on the book Bhruganandi Nadi written by Guruji Sri R.G. Rao. The book is originally written by him by taking the horoscopes and the delineations from Bhrugu Nadi and Nandi Nadi from Tamil Granthas. While giving these narrations, he has tried to evolve a method for RAO'S system of Nadi Astrology. In the process, he has given explanations and the reasonings in the beginning for few charts, then later on he simply gave the narrations for the charts. So now taking into that point into consideration, we are trying to understand the narrations given by him and the chart given by him. We more concentrate on what exactly he is trying to delineate. So he is trying to give us some methodology for grouping the planets. This we have to understand. So he has given to the extent what the great rishis have predicted about the chart. In his narrations, I found there are many hidden matters which can be explored. That is the reason I am taking the book as granted and taking only the narration part and where he has linked to the chart. Taking that clue, I am trying to derive more points here. What I am trying to establish is the probabilities, more probabilities of the combination of planets. Apart from it, there are certain astrological components which needs to be studied. So in this case, here I have taken up 2 points here. One is retrograde of planet, another is debilitated planet. See, retrograde planet has a different meaning altogether. We know that if a planet is retrograde, we take from the previous sign. That does not end there. The effect of the retrograde planet, the core, the secret behind it, we have to understand. Now, basically, there is no question of retrograde of planet while it is moving in its own path. It never recedes back. This is a known fact. And umpteen number of times, many people have given the examples of retrograde planet. They compared with the trains moving in the parallel track. As long as they are going in the same speed, we do not find any difference. But the train in which we are sitting, if it picks up the speed faster than the other one, then we find the train which is moving in the same direction will appear to be receding back. This is exactly the reason given by many astrologers and astronomers. But what in Nadi, the fundamental secret we have to understand here. See, as long as it is not told, everything is secret. Now, Sun and Earth, they are interchanged for the purpose of astrology. What we call as Sun path is nothing but the Earth's orbit. So, Sun has no movement. Since it has no movement, the question of retrograde does not arise. This is one section. Another section. Moon do not go around the Sun on its own. It do not have a different orbit around the Sun. But whereas Moon orbits around the Earth. So, he goes around the Sun, Moon goes around the Sun along with the Earth. This is another section. Now, the beauty part comes here. When Earth picks up the speed in comparison with another planet, the Moon also going in the same speed. We know in Nadi Astrology, Moon is the representative factor of mind of the native. That means the mind of the native, when picks up speed, it leaves the matter behind. The planet is indicating matter. It indicates a person, it indicates a matter, it indicates a tree, it indicates many significations. That means the Moon, what is doing, because he is picking up the speed, he is just ignoring those matters. When the Earth, that is the Moon, resumes its normal speed, again these matters will be reachable to him. He can have a view about those matters. So this is the concept in Nadi about retrograde planet. So instead of bringing Moon into picture every time, because Moon we are treating separately, so we are taking the retrograde planet, the matter we are taking, and we say matter is getting retrograde. From whom it is retrograde? That from the mind. So it is retrograde, the matter is getting retrograde, it is receding back. From whom is essential? That question is essential. From whom it is receding? From the mind. So when he recedes back, he will have many other planets. So other matters also get mixed up with it. So that means he goes back and brings other matters also. So he will have a link with the other planets. Because Moon has gone forward, it has missed him. So in his, he did not go anywhere, but only thing is, because it recedes back, all other planets associated with him from the point of where he receded back, everything is linked to that. Those matters also will be having an effect on the Moon. This is the point of retrograde. Now, another point of retrograde is, Now I'll go to the example here. So let us say Mars is here. He is retrograde in this chart because it is said so. And not only that, because he is away from the sun, he is naturally should be retrograde. Now the question is he retrograde after coming to this sign, or is he retrograde? Is he in his retrograde motion has reached here from this Taurus? He must have retrograde and came here and still in the motion of retrograde. In this case, it is not like that, but yet, if such thing is there, suppose if he is from the Taurus, in his retrograde motion has reached Aries, he has no effect on Pisces here. Because while seeing the horoscope, if Mars is retrograde marked, we have to see this point very clearly. This applies to all retrograde planets. We have to find out from where he is getting retrograde. Is it the place where he got retrograde still there, and is a possibility of moving to the back, receding back to the previous sign, or he has come from the sign ahead due to retrogression and staying here. This is the major thing we have to understand. Because he is coming from Taurus and getting still in the retrograde motion here in the sign, then both signs will have the effect. Because he has come here, from here he has come, therefore this sign and this sign both will have effect. So even if he is here also, this sign will have the effect. But since we see the planet retrograde here, simply we cannot conclude that he is going to recede to the previous sign. This is the most important point to be noted. Next is debilitated planet. In Nadi, we do not consider debilitated planet as a deprival of results. No retrograde planet will deny the results. But as far as the living matter is concerned, the person denoted by a debilitated planet must have undergone problems, and he will be constitutionally weak. And if you take material matter, all that material matter needs extra effort, or it will have qualitative or quantitative defects or deficiencies. That is all. The same need to be applied for every planet. Having considered these 2 points, now before going to the actual point, we will have to understand certain points here. That is a method of pointing out and picking out the points. Now let us take Sun here, because in this topic we are going to talk about the Father. Okay, now let us see what are the components which are affecting the Sun. First, Sun has left his place. His original place is Leo and he is in Virgo. 1 point. And he has a Venus debilitated with him. The 2nd point. The 3rd point is the Venus is going to his own house and Mercury is coming to him. And this Mercury, he is not simply coming. He is coming with the effect of Mars and Rahu. And also Saturn, who is enemy to Sun. So Mercury is carrying forward the effect of Mars, Rahu and Saturn with the Mercury component, Mercury signification to the Sun. Third thing is Jupiter is debilitated and seeing the Sun. Then Mars with his retrograde effect linking the Sun and the planet which is there. So these are the points which we have to consider. Now, Sun coming from the Leo to Virgo. In Nadi, both Sun and the Father are denoted by Ravi, that is Sun, Surya. The Sun will grow and become a father. Then he will have a son, and that son will become a father. So that means it is a Vamsha Parampara. So this sign generates the Vamsha Parampara. So therefore, he has come from the Vamsha, and this Vamsha is having in second the Venus. Venus is property. This is ancestors and this is property. Ancestors, property. It is with whom? It is with the Sun. This is a question and answer. It is with whom? It is with his father. That means ancestor property has come to the father. But Venus is debilitated. It is either qualitatively or quantitatively has deficiency. That means he did not get the great properties. One. So he has inherited the property. One point as discussed in the chart is over. Now second, it says, that is Andikeshwara says to Markandeya that the father inherited the property and he overspends his earnings. Now let us see the overspending factor. Sun has money here, Venus is money. Now, we have to, why it is money, I'll tell you. Because second house is Venus, that Venus with him, that is his earnings. Second house is earnings, earnings is Venus. It is money. Now, what is happening? It is going here, exchange is there. Mercury is coming, Sun, Venus is going there. Venus, money is going here, and it is, Mars is, from there it is saying, Mars is fiery planet, and it burns the money. Saturn is, as a matter of fact, Saturn is a luck factor. Venus and Saturn should give more luck to him, but Mars is enemy to Saturn and Mars is fire to burn the money. Therefore, he will spend away the money. Up to this, what is given in the book is over. Now, the additional point what we talked about is the exchange of Mercury. Now, Mercury, if you consider friend to Sun as a friend, he is with Saturn. Mercury is Saturn with Rahu. That is, Rahu effect from the Mithuna is there for Mercury. The friend is under distress condition because again opposite Mars is there. With Mars Rahu effect, the friend is totally in a distress condition. And it also says he is Rahu seeing from Mercury house, that is intelligent house. So he is very diplomatic or he is cunning also. Because there is a link of moon from here, moon is seeing Rahu. So that effect will be there. Therefore this man, not a reliable person, maybe a friend, and he is approaching the Sun, that is father. That is, what is happening? That cheating effect is coming to him because money is going there. Venus. So he takes the money and cheats the father. This is one aspect. It is not there in the book. I am just giving the probabilities of combination of planet. Next is, if you consider Mercury as a land, now what happens here? Father gets land and he sends him money. When Mercury is not an ordinary land, it is having Rahu, a cheating factor, Mars, the fighting factor, Mars and Saturn, fighting factor. That is, it shows a disputed land by cheating is given to Sun in exchange of money. That means then Mercury goes to Sun, the Mars here, the Mars from here, that is retrograde, sees that again Mercury. That means this land will be of no use to him. He spent money on a useless land. Why he did that? Let us see. Jupiter is here, debilitated, and he is seeing Sun. That means he wanted, it's a fifth house from here. That is, he gets the advice from a debilitated Jupiter, that is, incompetent advisor. Due to wrong advice, he goes for this transaction. Because the dispositor of this is Saturn sitting here. The work, that is important. So, because of that, so he gets cheated by this land dealing. So these are the factors which we can consider, and we can also consider the native. Because of native education, the father must have spent. That also you can see. So these are the points which we have to consider. So in this horoscope, we have learnt a few more good points which can be used in our delineations. Thank you.